Zek, the dark horse, out of Ravenna, Nebraska. Brad Zek coming from out in western Nebraska, the town of Ravenna. The dark horse Case IH. He goes 317.29 on the dark horse. Brad currently sits fourth overall in the Outlaw points. The Case IH Thunder in the Dirt Outlaw Pulling Series. 44 hooks on the Outlaw schedule this season. We're pulling clear up into late October. Our last hook is down in Lufkin, Texas, October 21st and 22nd. Huge season for the Outlaws this year with so many hooks. Over 50 sessions of pulling. Jason Valentine out of Unionville, Missouri. Good-looking old Case tractor. My grandfather had one, looks just like that. Well, sort of. Same sheet metal. Still sitting in the barn. Okay, the Fool's Gold, an Alki burner as well. There are some diesel burners in this class. It'll be a nice battle of the fuels here. We have any Case fans, any old school Case fans here tonight? Me too. I'm kind of partial to the old Case tractors. Got to be 278.9. Jason Valentine out of Unionville. Fool's Gold. Oh, Jason was doing his best. Jason was trying to walk the line over there. I think it is heard on the radio. He may have actually crossed it and got in the chalk, unfortunately. If that's the case, he'll be disqualified. Mike Hargan's the wild side out of Schleswig, Iowa. Oh, we got any John Deere fans here tonight. Nice hook for Mike Hargans. He currently sits number 3 in the point standings. $328.2 for the lead. Mike Hargans moves into the top spot. Gets ahead of Brad Zek. Corey Schluter coming up here. Coming out of Carrollton, Missouri. This is one of our diesel burners. Now, this tractor, they've been trying to strike a balance on this tractor to keep the front end down. They got every weight they've got on the front. It's been making plenty of power. They got that part figured out. Now they're just trying to figure out how to keep the front end down. It comes up so high that they're missing that balance they need. They keep lowering the drawbar. I think the next step was to possibly shave some of the lugs off the tires a little more even. See if they've got it figured out here tonight. I know it's been really great for the photographers. Those sky wheelies make for great pictures. If you're a John Deere fan, get your camera ready. Wait for it. Wait for it. Corey Schluter, the barn burner. Mike Masonbrink, the Inches Matter tractor, coming out of Gretna, Nebraska, current points leader in the class. .334.3. Mike Masonbrink will pull into the lead with Inches Matter. That man won 4 in a row last week. Lead up till Mobile, Iowa on Saturday night. He won 4 events in a row. He currently leads the points, and he just took over the lead here tonight in his light limited pro stock class. Tyler Dorman, Corey Schluter, the barn burner, went 265.5. 265.56. Tyler Dorman, the Alice Express, coming out of Sweet Springs, Missouri. D21 Alice Chalmers. Big thanks to MFA Incorporated, sponsor of the light super stock class. And a huge thanks to Macon Electric, sponsors of the light limited pro stock division. Folks, we are giving away a couple of guns tonight. An AR-223 donated by TNT Guns, and a 9mm pistol donated by the Gun Grove. So you can buy chances to win either of those weapons here tonight. Do we have any Alice Chalmers fans in the crowd tonight? Where's my AC fans? Heck yeah, I got a bunch of them here. Here we go. Got to beat 317.89 to get past Jason Valentine. Now, the white smoke you're seeing coming out of the stack there, that is water. These machines have water injection systems. That water is supposed to come on at a specific boost pressure. Right now, he's fighting that water injection. Yeah, the water injection is there for a couple of reasons. Number one, it makes horsepower. It cools down the incoming air charge, cools it off, has more oxygen, makes it denser. But the number one reason for water injection is to keep from melting the pistons down. That compressed air is so hot, it can actually melt the forged pistons in the cylinders. Going to come up a little smoother on the power this time, get the turbos spooled up.
selection of used tires and wheels, Graham Tire is committed to keeping you running.
Well, now he shut it down before 100 feet. I'm thinking he did. The track official has to make that call, not me. But if he pulled back on the throttle before 100, we'll back him up, give him another shot. He also is the first puller, and he has that option as well. So I don't think he was feeling it. I think he was hoping that the balance would be a little bit better, and he'd get a hold of the track and maybe load that engine up a little better. It was turning really high RPM there, and he wasn't getting a hold of the track. So pull off on the way. He will come back. Austin Warren, the 8-second ride out of Excello, Missouri. The light super stock class brought to you by MFA Incorporated. And the unlimited super stock class on the red sled also brought to you by MFA Incorporated. Big thanks to ecotuning.com, your trusted diesel tuning partner since 2005, tuning all things ag since 2005. If you want to make more power using less fuel with your ag equipment.
Can you hear me?
Gotcha.
Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, I've just been showing some Macon, Missouri footage.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That announcer is kind of questionable, I think, but, you know.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about sometimes, I guess, but, you know, it happens.
How's everybody doing tonight? Christmas edition of Outlawed Live. Hope everyone's got their Christmas shopping done. Wink, wink. I know everyone doesn't have their Christmas shopping done. Do you have all your Christmas shopping done, Mackenzie?
No, not even close.
Yeah, I seen a poll the other day. I can't remember what it was, but it was like 90% of all men or something. It wasn't that much, but it was a crazy amount, a staggering amount of men that wait till Christmas Eve to get their Christmas shopping done. So, yeah, I'm in that category as well. So yeah, December 20th is the 20th. Wow. So yeah, almost Christmas. This time next week we'll be talking about New Year's, and of course with the new year comes a new season. The Outlaw schedule is out, tentative schedule. I've seen a lot of questions surrounding that schedule. Yes, things can change, but we wanted to get a schedule out so pullers and families could start planning their summer season, their pulling season, as far as vacations and things like that, and time off work, what have you. Going to be a big season, no doubt. Probably our biggest season yet. I think we're looking at sessions, not events. But when I say sessions, one event would be Rock Valley, Iowa. Rock Valley, Iowa has 3 sessions of pulling. Wisner has 2. Whitewright, Texas 2. DeLeon 2. Chickasha, Oklahoma has 2 sessions. But talking about sessions of pulling, right now we're looking at 60 sessions of pulling in 2023. So it is going to be a busy season. Yeah, that will last June through late October. Russell Dossel, throw that back up there. I didn't see what he said. My wife's birthday is Christmas Eve, so I do wait till the last minute to shop. Yeah, good one, Russell. That's not working for me. I mean, you know, one of our entries. That might be what you tell everyone else, but you know, you could get that Christmas shopping done just like the rest of us could. So good try, though. Good try. Let's talk Farm Machinery Show.
Ooh,
Let's
yeah.
talk Louisville, Kentucky coming up in February, and Outlaws going to the Farm Machinery Show. I just want to make sure everyone's aware of the list. And we're going to be trying to get a lot of these pullers on the show in the coming weeks between now and the Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky, the National Farm Machinery Show. 17 Outlaws going to the championships there at the NFMS. There we abbreviate it. In the limited pro stock class, the 4-1 class, we've got 3 representatives representing the Outlaws. Class winner Dave Novak going to represent the Outlaws in Louisville. George Byer, the side piece, had a great season this year. And in the 5th spot, co-rookie of the year, Dusty Berry, out of Oklahoma, going to represent state of Oklahoma and the Outlaws at Louisville, Kentucky. Congratulations to those pullers and their teams. Modified 4-wheel drive, Joe Claypool going back. Joe and Eric Claypool. They, of course, won the points championship this year in the modified 4-wheel drive division. Charlie and Ed Miller, 2 father and son teams there in that 4-wheel drive class representing the Outlaws. They'll be going back to Louisville to represent us. And Ted Skelton out of Illinois. The Rock, Chevy S10, going to be representing the Outlaws. Of course, he'll be the defending points champion. He won the Farm Machinery Show in the modified 4-wheel drive class in 2022. So congratulations to Ted Skelton, Ted and Tim going back. Pro stock tractors, the Medding boys, Clint and Connor Medding, out of Nordheim, Texas, going to represent the Outlaws in the pro stock class. And Gary Porter, the Gangrene tractor, going to represent the Outlaws as well. Now, they'll put bigger chargers on for that class there because the rules are a little bit different. The Outlaws run a 5-inch turbo. So they'll be making some changes to those tractors to compete there in the pro stock class. Next week's guest, Brett Roberts in the Super Farm class. Brett and Mark Roberts in that beautiful blue Ford tractor of their New Holland tractor of theirs, Spanky's Toy. That's the only Super Farm representative we have going to represent the Outlaws there. A little different rules in that class as well, different from Outlaw rules, so they'll be making a few changes in order to compete there in Louisville. Congratulations to them. The Light Pro class, Justin Grimes, the Grimes family out of Missouri. The only tractor from the Outlaws going to represent us in the Light Pro class, of course, the Grimes family. And their John Deere won the points championship in 2022. Super stock tractors, Lights super stock. Brian Bowles, the Alter Ego New Holland tractor, going to Louisville once again. 2-wheel drive, super modified 2-wheel drive trucks. 5 trucks. Now, this is our biggest class as far as pullers from the Outlaws going. We have 5 representatives going. 4 of the 5 coming out of Texas. 3 of the 5 coming out of one pulling team. The 3 from the one pulling team would be the Nelsons, the Donald Nelson, defending champion Mindy Nelson. I think she's won it twice now. And then Dustin Corliss with the Run and Tell It machine. We had Dustin on last week. Richard Morris, points winner this year, out of Neosho, Missouri. Buffalo's Chips truck going to Louisville this year. And Cameron Pascal, the High Cotton machine, also out of Texas, going to represent the Outlaws in the super modified 2-wheel drive class. And once again, we'll have the Roberts, Brett and Mark Roberts Super Farm pullers coming on next weekend, or next Tuesday rather. And talking to Dusty Berry, we may have Dusty Berry on next week as well. Dusty, cool. A little under the weather right now. Get better, get well soon, Dusty. Hopefully we can get you on next week. Dusty was the Rookie of the Year this year, co-Rookie of the Year. Shared that award with Case and Petch, one of our young guns pulling in the modified tractor class. So stay tuned. No guests tonight. Just Mackenzie and I will kind of keep it short knowing this is the holiday Christmas version of Outlawed Live. So I know folks have a lot of Christmas shopping to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, the malls are still open. You can still have time. You can get out there tonight and get some Christmas shopping done. Get there before the big storm hits, the big Snowmageddon coming in. Are you guys supposed to get anything up there, Mackenzie?
Yeah, we're supposed to supposed to start like Wednesday or tomorrow night. We're supposed to, my area is supposed to get like 12 inches.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like 60-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, they're talking, I think, like 6 inches here and then 30 to 40-mile-an-hour winds. I could take the snow. That's the bitter cold. I can take the snow and I can take the bitter cold. When you combine that bitter cold with the wind, that's when it really sucks. I hate that.
Yeah, I hate wintertime. It needs to go from fall to spring.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many layers you have on. When it's 10 below and the wind's blowing 40 mile an hour, it kind of just blows right through those layers of clothing. I hate that, but it is what it is. But we'll get through it. And of course, next week, want everyone to tune in as we approach the new year. So many exciting things coming up. Man, I wish we could talk about everything that's happening, but we can't just yet. But there are a lot of exciting things on the horizon here for 2023. It's going to be an awesome year.
Yeah, it's going to come fast.
Yeah, one of those things is the Beer Money Pulling Team being the new producers of Outlaw Pulling TV.
Yeah, we're going to be live streaming for you guys now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And you guys are like having meetings already and organizational meetings and such and getting things together already. And that's a good sign. I mean, that you guys are wanting to do this right. Kudos to you guys for taking this on and wanting to do it right. So
yeah, we're going to be prepared this year.
That's going to be awesome. I heard our fearless leader, Kurt Van Beek, was up in your neck of the woods today.
Yeah, he was. It was nice seeing him up in Wisconsin instead of Missouri and Iowa.
Did you get to see him today as well?
I did. He was like just across from me on my desk.
Oh, did you guys make him buy lunch?
I think he did, yeah.
Oh, awesome. He never buys me lunch, just saying. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know he's watching. I know he's watching. Jer heading to Florida tomorrow for 2 weeks, sunshine and warmth. You all enjoy the deep freeze. Ha ha, Jerry.
Yeah, very funny.
Where exactly are you headed, Jerry? I might just come down and visit you then.
Yeah. Robert.
Now there's some polls. There's Robert Miner.
That's your question.
Any new classes coming out? We are promoting the light limited super stock class. We're working on bringing the 2.6 Pro Street diesel pickups back. Light Pro class going to make a resurgence here in 2023. We've got the Light Pros booked a lot this coming season, and increased payout in that class, increased points fund in that class, and a sweep. That class will be involved in a sweep in 2023 as well. So a lot of exciting things going on with the Outlaws this coming season. Claremont, west of Orlando. Okay.
Yeah. I see. This is
Jerry. He's getting out of here just in time then if he's leaving tomorrow, because it's supposed to start here tomorrow night. So
yeah. I wonder if he's flying or driving. I would hope he's flying.
I bet he's flying.
Yeah.
What was the comment that just came up there, Mackenzie?
My sister. She says she's my biggest fan.
Oh, nice. Is that your big sister, your little sister?
Little sister.
Little sister.
Yeah. But yeah, for someone who doesn't like tractor pulling, at least she likes me.
No. She doesn't like tractor pulling? What's wrong with her?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I tried to get her to go to a couple, and she's like, nope.
So she's never actually been?
Well, for 10 minutes.
No.
I know.
Yeah.
Should be getting Brian Schramm.
Oh, well. You can lead a horse to water, and oh well.
Tractor. Used to be
Okay.
called Detonator.
So, any questions out there? We haven't seen Mackenzie. Haven't popped up here.
We got a Brad Zeck fan.
Brad Zeck, my favorite tractor.
No, it's the first Alki
That's
tractor.
Jerome. I can't even
Yeah, I'm not gonna attempt.
take a stab at that last name right now, but
As of late. And now they're dipping the toe in the water.
Yeah, that's
I'm live on my phone tonight, so I'm having trouble seeing the comments as well. So
gotcha.
that's my excuse for not being able to pronounce his last name because I can't see it. So.
And Robert Miner. Their way, Rock Valley and Wisner either change bleachers
Based out of
or
St.
add.
Louis, Missouri. Schaefer Oil. Been around since
Change bleachers or add.
lasts longer and runs.
I don't know. I think both have enough bleachers. I mean, a lot of people bring their lawn chairs and watch, especially at Wisner. But folks will claim their spots in their lawn chairs like the day before at Rock Valley. I think Wisner's the same thing.
Yeah.
They'll set their lawn chairs up out there days before the event, just so they can claim their territory, make their stake of where they're going to set their lawn chairs up, where they're going to watch the pool from. But I think they have enough seating, honestly. I mean, granted, this past season, I think we saw a lot of venues with bleachers filled this year. It was a great year for pulling, spectator-wise.
Jared's thinking about scoping out a new pool for the Outlaws in Florida.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, he says just
we need to.
He might.
Yeah, don't kid about that, Jerry. I mean, you and I can go down there and start the Southern Division of the Outlaws down in Florida.
Up short, 279.
Maybe we could get one down in Key West down there. That would be all right.
Oh, yeah. And Dallas Todd's wondering if we're going to go back to Colorado this year.
Right now, it doesn't look like it. That weekend is still open, Labor Day weekend, but right now the indications are no, that we won't be back this year. Though that could change, Dallas. I mean, the weekend's still open. If they decide they want to take a shot and do it again, then we can still do it on that weekend. But
Robert Miner's back. Rock Valley, it's hard to walk up and down.
Frosted Frog.
Assuming it stands.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, my only thing to Robert would be to get there early and sit, down on the lower level, or take your lawn chair and get there early. And I'm driving; I can get there faster than our trip to Lufkin. Oh, I didn't think the trip to Lufkin was too bad. It was a trip back that took us a long time, Jerry.
And Brad Zeck's #1 fan is back. Are you guys coming back to the State Fair in Grand Island?
We are. We will be back in Grand Island. Looking forward to it. Had a great crowd there at State Fair. I heard it was the best crowd they'd had there at the tractor pull at the Nebraska State Fair in a long time. So I actually have some pictures of the stands being full there in Grand Island. So yes, we will be back.
Is that a 2-night event?
No, it's one. It's one.
Okay.
And actually, for this year or for next year, it'll go along with another pull. It's a Sunday still, but it will be the day after the Madison, South Dakota event.
Oh, okay.
So some of those classes that go to Madison can actually drop down to Grand Island and make 2 hooks that weekend.
Mark Fisher's wondering, any word on new sponsors?
New sponsor. We'll start rolling out sponsors after the first of the year, Mark. I think there are a few new sponsors in the works. All of our major sponsors from 2022 are coming back for 2023. The sponsors we have, Case IH and the Schaefer's Oil and VP Racing Fuels, DeKalb and Asgrow Seed, Titan, maker of Goodyear Farm Tires. All of our big sponsors are coming back. They all are great to work with. Honestly, I'm glad they're all coming back, and we love those sponsors. They love us. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better relationship than what we have with our sponsors right now. And yeah, any new sponsors that come on board, we'll be rolling them out after the first of the year. Watch for those press releases. But yes, I think there are a few new sponsors in the works. But yeah, all the majors will be back. It's hard to think of all of them off the top of my head. I know I talk about them all summer long at the events, but they'll all be back.
Bill Riley is wondering about the Cowtown Showdown.
Bill Riley, that's not Bill O'Reilly, is it? I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. It's like
Bill. He's a conservative commentator. I was just joking, but.
Oh yeah, I've heard that name.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Cowtown Showdown announcement coming soon, Bill. Announcement coming soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I've been seeing that question a lot. If the
I know it.
I'm like, just wait, people. You can do it.
All right, down here with the winner of the Unlimited Light Superstock class.
We're still in Macon here. Yep, that's Macon.
With MFA here tonight.
In the light
congratulating
super, or light limited super
Taylor
class.
Craig on the Deere Factor. Taylor,
this would be the light supers here, light super stock ag as we call it now. They changed
Okay.
You guys been fighting
the name of the class.
Figured out the other night your brother drove it, won the class. You had an awesome run tonight. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Jared's telling us to be patient.
Of course, Jerry. Of course. Patience is my middle name. Zen. Must have Zen.
Of your class, Catherine and Jeremy, they're presenting you with the award. Congratulations, Taylor.
And Jerome he's also a big fan of Dan Christensen as well.
Is it Jerome or Jeremy? You're going to give Dan a big head there. No, Dan's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love to see that fans are out there making themselves known, telling us who their pulling heroes are. Like to see it.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard anything of how the young guns are?
The young guns, I think we're gaining some young guns. I think getting some young guns of the Outlaws as well as the Heartland division. I think the Heartland division is picking up some more pulls for 2023. We've picked up some new pulls as well. If you check out that schedule, we've added classes to Wayne, Nebraska. We've actually added classes, I think, to Mobile. We've added classes to Manila. We've added Norfolk, Nebraska.
Yep.
We've added Scribner, Nebraska. We've added Pierce, Nebraska. Those just off the top of my head of some events that we've added. Potentially Sedalia, Missouri. Still talking to Sedalia, Missouri, the Dream Factory pull. If we get that one finished up and get the contract on that, that'll be the first event of the season. They're the first weekend of June. And that pull has been going on for years. It's a fundraiser for the Dream Factory there in the Sedalia area. And before, they've had local organizations here in the state of Missouri come in and put that event on. They're really looking for a way to put some more butts in the seats. It's like I said, 100% of the profits, the proceeds go to the Dream Factory. But attendance has been down the last few years, and they're looking for something different to put some more butts in the seats and get the crowd in there and make some more money for the Dream Factory. So,
what is the Dream Factory?
I think it helps out underprivileged and ill children in the area.
Oh, okay.
I think would be something similar to maybe like Make-A-Wish.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I don't have all the details on it, but I've announced the pool several times. I should know what it is, but it's been a few years since I've announced it. But I think it's along those lines.
Okay.
Brett Stamps goes 325.06 with the troublemaker.
Which poll do you think will have the biggest crowd this year? It's
going to be Wisner or Rock Valley.
Okay.
But though Whitewright is, I don't know what their attendance is, but the last 2 years, Whitewright has had an incredible crowd down there, standing room only.
Wow.
So I don't know. That's an interesting question. Actually, it would be interesting to get those gate numbers from those events to see. I'll tell you another one that has a ton of people is the Madison, South Dakota pool. They pack those folks in there. Yeah, it's just those stands. There's no place to sit there. They're completely full, and they have a lot of stands. So that one, there's a lot of people at as well.
Maybe these venues should have a contest. Who can pack the most people in?
They should. Macon really squeezes them in there too. Macon's got a good crowd. Like I said, this year, I think the few years that I've been the announcer for the Outlaws, I've seen the biggest crowds that I've seen in those few years. So,
Jerome or Jeremy is back. He's a big fan of Inches Matter.
Yeah, points winner there in the light limited pro stock class. Yeah, good dude as well, Mike Mason Brink.
Yep, and he's going to be at Rock Valley. Good, we will see you there in July.
Yeah, come say hi, Jeremy, Andrew Sprock. Marthasville, Missouri was a big pull. It was shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, I wasn't at Marthasville, so I can't speak to that one, but yeah, I bet it was. I've announced Marthasville before. That was probably 2018, I think. I announced that show and had a good crowd down there then.
Jer's back. Pulled many times at Dream Factory. Always donated our winnings back to them. How nice of you, Jer.
Yeah. For folks that don't know, Jerry actually had 2 Alice Chalmers tractors that they pulled. Him and his son and his daughter-in-law pulled for many years there with the Missouri State Tractor Pullers.
Eric Claypool said 1,700 were at Macon.
1,700. Yeah, you can see the crowd right there. Look at the crowd. That's the Macon crowd there in the background. So,
Garden City, Missouri, the Rat Trap.
Need to get 2,000 in there this year, Eric. Just goals. It's all about goals.
Always room for improvement. So yeah. Jerome is hoping to get one of the Heartland events with his grandpa's pulling tractor.
Oh, nice. Who's your grandpa?
Yeah. And what does he pull?
Yeah.
And Eric said they gained 400 people from 21.
341.49.
Nice.
341.
That's awesome. Should be up over 2,000 for 2023 then.
Back on Brett Stamps.
That's a trend, that 400, adding 400 every year. Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
That he can pull it better than what he did on that first pass.
Yeah, someone asked a few moments ago about classes, adding any new classes. And, another class that we'd like to see thrive too is the modified, the naturally aspirated two-wheel drive class.
Oh, okay.
That's a great class of trucks. We'd like to see that class get some more hooks, not only in 2023, but in years to come. It's really nice trucks, good running trucks in that class as well. I'm actually talking to some guys right now. I haven't even talked to Kurt about this, but the camera battery's low there, Mackenzie. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was.
I've never seen that on there. But
no, I didn't either. I thought, I was like, I'm not a computer. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe we could take a poll here and ask folks if we're barking up the right tree here. I'm talking to some guys in the Midwest, and I'm sure Kurt's listening because I haven't talked to Kurt about it yet, on semi-trucks. Semi-trucks.
That would be sweet.
So let's take a poll right now. Who'd like to see the Outlaws bring semi-trucks to the Midwest?
They all should say yes.
All right, top 5 light.
Jerome said in the V8 class.
Number 4 spot
in the V8 class. Is that a tractor, a modified, like he's talking about with the Heartland group? So they have a classic modified class where they run small blocks on a tractor chassis, and they can't extend them out. Has to use a tractor transmission rear end. I'm assuming that may be the class he's talking about.
Kevin Davis is all for the semis.
Nutrient Ag of the Pro Stock 4x4 class.
Kevin, you can't add another class here.
Yes, Jerome said modified.
Yeah, that's probably the classic modified class he's talking about. That's a cool class with the Heartland group. Small blocks and
out of Sedalia, Missouri.
Sedalia. That's where that truck is from. That's where the Dream Factory pull would be if we secure that event for June.
185 cubic inch limit in this Pro Stock.
No, but semi is something that's been semis put butts in the seats. Promoter's dream.
It's a win-win.
Kind of something working on here, Jer. So maybe you never know. Maybe at a select few events, we might be able to get some this next year. But they have it. Oh, yes, we can add more classes. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Yeah, that Wayne, Nebraska poll is going to be huge in 2023.
Gasoline.
Bring the semis.
So it looks like semis are a go for the Outlaws, for the crowd.
Yeah, well, you were in Lufkin. You got to see the semis down there. There was some pretty salty trucks down there.
Oh, yeah. Yep, Mark Fisher's in. I wonder how many of these fans have seen semis pull before. I don't know if they've only seen them on the YouTube or if they actually seen it.
Put him in the number 2 spot for now.
In real life.
Alan Brommel coming up.
You know, I can remember when they first started hooking semis to the sleds
really?
back in the 80s, and
cool.
a little track where I lived, close to where I lived. And, you know, a lot of them were road tractors, and then within a year or two, there were, you know, full-blown pulling semis coming out, and they actually had the Killer Mac come out one time, and they had the Metzgers came out one time. I think they were out of Indiana. The Metzgers, they had a couple of trucks, and it's another pulling team that had a couple of trucks. I can't remember the name of the Iron Butterfly, I think maybe, and we'll see that the truck that was painted up like the General Lee. I think that was one of the Metzger's trucks as well.
Oh, cool.
Those guys came out, but that was in the early stages of the semi-pulling game.
Yeah.
But the road tractors would come out, and basically when they first started, and of course, you know, when one would pull a big wheelie, the crowd just went nuts.
They go, yeah. It's like the most amazing thing they've seen.
Yeah. Some of them would lift that rear axle, and they would really pull a good wheelie then. The crowd loved that.
Happy anniversary.
Jerry worked the Joplin truck show pull a few years ago. Standing room only.
Alan Brommel, the wild thing.
Kevin Davis says Big Jack from Minnesota had one.
Yeah. Big Jack Kielmeyer.
Yep. Now
of course, he pulls
the executioner now.
Yeah, Jack pulls. Jack and Corey, they pull 2-wheel drives and a modified tractor now.
Yep.
Yeah, Doug Ortwick from Wisner had a semi as well. I think that one went to Ohio. It got sold, went to Ohio. He actually exhibitioned at Wisner in 2021 with it.
Virginia, Iowa with a wild
he sold it since. I'm pretty sure it went to Ohio.
9,500-pound limited pro stock. Huge class of tractors here tonight. 22 competitors. And looking down this list.
So any more questions coming in there, Mackenzie?
No. We've been keeping up with them.
Tough competitors.
Okay.
Tractors,
yeah.
Tough drivers. Starting off.
Everyone's out Christmas shopping tonight, maybe.
Yeah. I don't blame them. I mean,
kicking back, watching a little Christmas Vacation on TV.
Yes, there you go. That's always a good movie.
Be a tractor, an ag rear end transmission, a single turbocharger, 4.1 inches.
So for those of you watching right now, the video we're watching is straight from Outlaw Pulling TV.
Tires, water injection.
Of course, where all our events are live throughout the summer on Outlaw Pulling TV. But they're also archived there, so if you can actually go in there right now and watch any event that we've had in the last few years on Outlaw Pulling TV. If you buy a month subscription, you have access to everything on the channel right now. And that goes back to polls from 2018 even that were done by Full Poll TV. So.
Yeah, you can watch polling all year round, not just June through October.
Yeah, Mackenzie, we watch polling all year round. We really don't have a choice, do we? We just have
no,
to.
we don't.
So. I'd be watching it all year round anyway. It's just
yeah.
All right, he's going to keep it.
Do I see another question there?
Yep, Jerome is ready for polling season to get here already.
Jerome, you better get you a subscription to Outlaw Polling TV to satisfy your fix, man. It's going to be a little while. June.
City of Missouri.
Yeah.
Little ways off yet.
Andrew Sprock had a bad run at Macon.
Tough Chevrolet right here. He's 2 points out of the lead.
What happened, Andrew? Did you blow something up there?
Last season, won the points 4 out of the last 5 seasons.
Yes, he did, Jer. He kept asking me questions. He took some good pictures.
Engine built.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Engines out of Rolla, Missouri.
It's always nice. We always like to give a kid one of our cameras to take pictures.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember that now. Yeah, you guys made a post about that. That was cool.
Yeah.
There's your Pro Stock 4-wheel drive champ. Keith Hammonds and Bipolar.
Jerome just coming in with comments tonight. He says he does on YouTube, but he's got a derby next weekend.
Oh, derbies, they draw in the crowds on the live streams.
Mm-hmm.
Big crowds.
Now field was fed and had full power.
Too much alky, not enough air. Huh?
Short. Getting past the Ford. This is a tough battle going on right now at the top of this Pro Stock 4-wheel drive class. Keith Hammonds only sits 2 points behind.
Yeah, the Macon pool there that we're watching, that pool actually is a benefit pool for the Central Missouri Honor Flight. They got back into flying. They were off for a long time, for a couple of years because of COVID. And they just started those flights back up this summer. And I think they did 3 or 4 this summer alone, sending vets to Washington, D.C. to visit those memorials that were put there in their honor for, fighting for our freedom overseas. So very cool program. Awesome to go to pools that are benefiting, things like that. You got the Dream Factory. You've got Central Missouri Honor Flight down in Lufkin. We'd go to that pool. That's benefits Mission 22. It's a veterans benefit.
Yeah, that was an amazing show. For how many people did those push-ups with us? That was just amazing.
Yeah. My arms were like jello, by the way, after doing that.
God. Yeah, my arms were a little sore for a day.
a little out of shape.
A little bit. Jerome is asking, when is Gibbon this year?
Oh, geez, Jerome. When is Gibbon? Well, believe it or not, I have a schedule in front of me. I have my planner calendar anyway, so I can tell you when Gibbon is. Gibbon is shoot, I'm in the wrong month here, I think. It is August the 4th.
August 4th.
Yeah, that's in the really busy time of the season. Mid-July. Well, actually, it starts pretty much all of July is really busy. And through August, it's just crazy. But that last half of July, first half of August, we're going to be really busy.
Scott McMullen's wondering, what is the cubic inch of the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive class?
485 cubic inch limit. Cast iron block, single carburetor, gasoline, no Hemis.
Back with you like to donate some money to the Outlaws.
Yeah, Jerome, I tell you what, I would suggest that you maybe donate money. If you really want to donate money, donate it to one of the charities that we pull with during the season. Go to mission22.com. Go to the Central Missouri Honor Flight. Go to the Sedalia Area Dream Factory. Look them up if you want to donate money.
Moves into the top spot with 2 to go in the class.
So if there aren't any more questions, Mackenzie, we can go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll just
Like
set a couple more trucks run by, then
sure.
call it a night.
And we'll thank everyone for tuning in here, the Christmas edition of Outlawed Live. Tune in next Tuesday night, where we'll have our first couple of guests, outlaw pullers that are going to the National Farm Machinery Show in February. We'll have father and son pulling team, Mark and Brett Roberts, Super Farm Pullers, and Limited Pro Rookie of the Year, Co-Rookie of the Year, Dusty Berry, out of Eufaula, Oklahoma. We'll have those guests on next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Everyone have a happy, safe, and Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on the other side next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas.
Young pullers pulling with the Outlaws. Once we started the program, we realized we had even more than we thought we had. Over 30 pullers, ages from 16 to 25 years old. We call them our young guns. And Titan, maker of Goodyear Farm Tires, stepped up and sponsored this program, and it's really taken off. Tyler Paddock currently sits number 3 in the point standings in this limited pro stock division. Only 6 points out of the top spot. He's tied for second, actually, with George Beyer in the side piece, numerically tied at 399 points. Young man out of Mound City, Kansas. John Deere calls it in too deep. Oh, John Deere people, make some noise. Nice hook for Tyler Paddock. Had to beat 331.45. 339.37. He'll move into the lead. Nice looking pass there for Tyler Paddock. Brett Stamps, this is his option hook. He was the first puller. He turned it down. Troublemaker. Brett Stamps, our winner from last night in West Point, Nebraska. Trying to make it a perfect weekend here and go 2 wins in a row. Going to come up short, though. 336.23. 336.23 feet.
Graham Tire is your source for American-made Goodyear farm tires featuring Titan LSW technology. LSW tires provide track-like performance, even in adverse conditions. With 24-hour tire service and a large selection of used tires and wheels, Graham Tire is committed to keeping you running. Visit www.grahamtire.com to find a location near you.
All right, folks, if you see a couple of ladies walking around here, points champion comes out of Seneca, Missouri. Now, he was the first hook last night. You probably get mad at me for even telling you this. He was the first hook last night in West Point, the big class of Pro Stock 4x4s. Turned his hook down, came back in the 6th position, actually pulled 3 feet shorter. But if he would have kept his first pull, he would have won it. I think he ended up in 3rd last night. But took his option, and it bit him in the behind. Good running Chevrolet, Holland Grass. Oh, Derek Brown looking for a little redemption. .08 feet, 340.08. Top 5 in the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive division. 5th will go to Brett Stamps with the Troublemaker. 4th goes to Derek Brown with Holland Grass. Your number 3 truck is Keith Hammond's, the bipolar Chevy. In 2nd, Marty Selman with Rat Trap. And your number 1 truck tonight,